You're listening to REIA Radio, the nationally trusted name in real estate investing. We dig deep to discover investors' why in real estate. If you want to skip all the BS and get in investors' heads, you're in the right spot. Be one of the thousands to check out REIARadio.com. Welcome to REIA Radio, episode 241. This is the Real Estate Rundown with Owen Dashner
and Ted Kaasch.
Man, I went to Axel and Andrea Foley's house, the Koala Car Wash grand opening.
I'm bummed I missed that.
You're one of the investors in that, and what a great product. I bought a membership.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate your business.
Yes. So I went through it. My Mustang does not touch only go through a touchless car wash ever.
Oh, you broke the cherry, huh?
First time it's ever been a car wash.
Wow.
Yeah, made a little video on Instagram. Did you see that?
Do you just hand wash all the time?
Well, I do this hand spray wash.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, because then it keeps all the streaks off of it, you know?
Yeah, at some point we got to have either one or both of them on and talk about that whole investment strategy with car washes because, yeah, they're two of my favorite people, business partners of mine, and I'm really happy for them that they got that up. I mean, obviously, I've invested some money into it, but it's their deal, not mine.
Of course.
But yeah, I was bummed I missed it. I had, unfortunately, a long scheduled engagement dinner that I had to go to that night.
Hey, it's life.
Yeah.
But it was good seeing it, and there's a lot of good people there. I saw the Eccles there. I saw Brad Bader there.
Yeah.
And a handful of other people. So it's always good running into those people outside of going to the networking events.
Yeah, that's I know. I saw the footage and it made me feel very FOMO.
It was good times, and a great product. I'm excited to see where that grows and goes from here. But I did buy my membership, so I will definitely be using it more and more until the winter time when I got to cancel it because the Mustang will go in storage.
Well, don't call me for any technical support because I know less than nothing.
Okay, so Owen, we finally got through.
We survived.
Yes.
We survived. And for those of you wondering what we're talking about, we saw a good bunch of you, more than likely, at the REIA Mastery Series, specifically for the Mid-Size Multifamily Playbook. And we had 5 awesome speakers. And I knew they were going to be, but this exceeded my expectations.
I had no doubt that the content we were providing was top notch.
Yeah, and this isn't just us blowing our own horn, although we got to do that a little bit.
Whoop, whoop.
Yep, and it was amazing. It was a mad scramble there toward the end to get all the details ironed out. But, I got to give you props. I mean, you did most of the heavy lifting on all the prep work and the details. And I tell you what, hosting a conference, it gave me a real appreciation for what you deal with on a monthly basis for the Omaha REIA.
Well, a lot of that just kind of is the same thing. It's just a longer version.
Right.
But the part that I was struggling with was all the content we had to put into that. Mm-hmm. The talking points, when to talk, the scheduling. And
the reason that we had to do that is because you were able to get it accredited and offer 6 credit hours to those of you out there that are licensed real estate agents.
Yeah, shout out to Paul Vacheski and Randall School Real Estate.
Yeah, thank you. Big help with that. And we had, I think the number was 55 agents that ended up attending.
Out of about 110 people.
Yeah. And so, about half the crowd were licensed agents, and they were able to knock out, a big chunk of their continuing ed hours. So,
one thing I thought was really cool was at one point, Andy Corey goes, well, how many people in the room are real estate agents? And then he goes, how many people are investors? And he just saw all the hands up. He's like, okay, wait, that's not giving. How many people don't have an investment property yet? And there's only like 3 people that raised their hands.
Yeah. It was obviously very specific to
an
asset class. And those people wanting to kind of take the next step into real estate investing by, getting into multifamily or scaling up their multifamily stuff. And this is going to be great.
The marketing was perfect on that too, because we're like, hey, we're really gearing towards people that already have investments or real estate agents that want to be able to communicate better.
Yep.
And I think that message hit home perfectly.
Now, what do we got coming up, though, on REIA Radio?
Yeah, so we're going to do I thought you were talking about our next event we have coming up.
Oh, yeah. No, the first.
The first one.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do for the next month is every week we're going to release one podcast that's going to be every speaker that we had at the REIA Mastery Series. The content was so good, and I think it's really going to hit home for everybody listening. And so you can watch it on video on either YouTube or Rumble, or
or what you're listening to right now. And so, yeah, we're going to put all that content out there. Actually, you can see the video on Spotify now, too.
Yeah, that's
I always
right.
forget about that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so all that video work is going to be out there. You can watch it, and it's going to be per episode. It's going to be edited down a little bit just for the sake of this, but it's really going to hit home for you guys, I think.
I'm excited. And the thing is, too, like when you're kind of like hosting an event like that, the day goes so fast and you have a hard time. You miss a lot. You know what I mean?
You miss everything.
Yeah. So I had to get caught up in conversations. You got to like problem solve and fight fires and all that stuff. And then you kind of miss a chunk of it. So I'm excited to re-listen to them talk because they were so good.
I was so happy we had my cousin Maddie there to help out.
Oh, man. She was a lifesaver.
She was running back and forth.
Yeah, she did great.
I don't think she's going to wear heels next time.
Oh, man. That would suck at the end of the day.
I mean, my feet were sore. I don't know how she could handle it.
So stay tuned for that. We're going to have, like we said, the next several podcasts are going to be, bite-sized pieces of that all-day event that we did, 6 credit hours. And this reminded me of something. This is kind of funny, and it just highlights what an idiot I am sometimes. So the Des Moines market, Des Moines, Iowa, is a couple hours from Omaha, right? And I have spoken at an investor meetup there 2 times, on a panel once and then solo once. And I got asked by a separate group from Des Moines that's specific to multifamily investing to be a speaker. And this is coming up on September 16th. All right. And it's not going to be a big group. She said there's going to be probably 20, 30 people there.
Are you going to stay the night when you do this?
Probably, yeah. Because I think it starts at 7, probably wrap up at 9, stay after, all that. So I'll probably stay over.
But let's chat. I might go with you.
Okay, awesome. And here's the funny part about this. I cannot for the life of me find in any messages, social media, LinkedIn, email, texts. I've searched all of it. I can now not find who this thread with this person. So I don't even know where this thing is.
Shut up.
And I don't know them personally. So I kind of like forgot their name because this was like a month ago. And I thought, I'll just find it. No big deal. I put it in my calendar. But the calendar just says speaking at Des Moines real estate meetup for multifamily. I don't have any other information. I don't know what time, where it is, anything. So I may just be cruising around blindly.
I thought you went to Des Moines to speak all the time.
This is a different group though. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know the people.
You should hit up the guy that you go to speak at, and then I bet he knows.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. So anyway, I have that coming up in September 16th. Anybody wants to road trip? Let me and Teddy know. Maybe we can make a little Omaha Des Moines crossover event with investors.
Ooh, I love that.
Unless you're tired of me talking, which you very well could be.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely can see that.
Yes. So that's coming up, and then I have this kind of fun. I'm heading to actually tomorrow. Heading up to Lake Panorama just for a quick quick up and back. Panora, Iowa. Okay. It's about probably 40 minutes from Des Moines, between Omaha and Des Moines, and beautiful lake. It's like 1,200 acres. It's amazing.
Taking your boat?
No, not mine. Actually, Colin Schwartz has a place up there.
Oh, that's where his place is.
Yep. Okay. So we're gonna pop over there and be a couple other guys hanging out. So we're just gonna chill out, talk real estate, life, all that fun stuff. So I'll be back by the time this airs. But I always like going up there.
Are you bringing one of the gurus up there too?
One of the gurus?
Yeah, you have like a guru that likes to come up from like Arizona or California.
Oh, well, Logan Fast will be there. Oh. He's of Fast Fam Van fame. He lived in a van for a couple of years.
And you have a cat?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Big Chungus.
Yeah.
So he's going to be there. Brad Clark will be there. Should be a good time.
My son calls me Big Chungus.
I know. That's so funny. So that's coming up. But I had something else too, unless you got something you want to share.
I was just going to talk about our January event. But
okay. Yeah. Let's drop that real quick and then we'll shift back.
So one thing that we want to mention is we announced at the last event, we will be holding a single family event, which is going to be the Fix and Flip, which will be the next REIA Mastery event. We're still figuring all the details. You can't buy tickets yet unless you were at the event that we had the other day. But we will be announcing speakers, location, and verifying a date. As of right now, tentatively, it's going to be January 16th, but it's going to all be depending on the venue. But yeah, this event will be coming up, and hopefully we can get a national name to be.
It's going to be hard to top the one we just did, but I would bet you the specificity around mid-size multifamily, I'm wondering if our crowd size is going to double with house flipping being the topic. And between the amount of time I've been doing this and the people that we both know that are involved in house flipping, I think this is going to be a really, really popular event and may sell out fairly quickly. So we'll keep you posted on the details. We're shooting right now for January 16th. Downtown Omaha will probably be the venue, but we're going to iron that out, and we'll share that as we go along and annoy you with many, many marketing messages.
And we're not going to provide food.
No food. No food this time.
There'll be a restaurant that will
clean out our whole profit margin on the event.
The guy goes, Joe, the manager, goes, hey, just so you know, that's the most coffee that's anybody ever drank at any convention.
We went through like seven containers of coffee, those big tall ones.
Yeah, and he goes, I can't believe how much coffee you went through. He goes, your drink budget is going to be higher than your room rental.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
I still haven't got an invoice yet.
I don't doubt it. But so anyway, that event's coming up. We already told you about the Omaha one we just had. But I did want to pivot into something that I just kind of touched on briefly, I think, maybe a couple episodes ago or more. But this is going to be today's Golden Nugget. This is related to LIHTC. Now, what is LIHTC, Ted? Do you know what the acronym stands for?
I mean,
take a stab.
It sounds
here.
like some sort of plastic.
Oh, LIHTC? Yeah, like spandex, LIHTC.
It's a housing program.
Yes. And do you know what the acronym is?
I don't.
I know, pop quiz. So low income housing tax credit. So LIHTC. And this is basically an incentive for developers and real estate developers. It's more of an affordable housing program than anything. So it's a federal program, but a lot of times it gets administered at the state level and even sometimes the local level. So there's a lot of moving parts to this, and I'm just going to take a stab. I'm by no means an expert at it, but it's very interesting with the emphasis of the administration out there and a lot of public uproar about the lack of affordable housing due to inflation that we've had and all this stuff. So people are saying we can't afford houses. We need new starter homes. Nobody's building them because the profit margins just aren't there for developers. But what LIHTC does is basically it incentivizes a developer to either build, and a lot of times this is where it happens. So a developer will say, okay, I'm going to build, let's say it's a 48 unit multifamily property. And this program basically will offset the cost to the developer by offering tax credits, typically over a 10-year period. So a lot of times the actual end date that you stop receiving the benefits will be 10 years after it's brought online, but the program itself can survive another 5 to 10 years after that. So sometimes developers will build these LIHTC projects and they are unable to even sell them for a period sometimes of up to 14 years.
That's crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
So you got to really know what you're doing in these type of, housing programs, but you get a pretty decent chunk of subsidy from the government. And if you can bring affordable housing online, part of the requirements is you have to keep it either a certain number of units. So like I looked at one yesterday with Clint Blackburn, and it had a requirement where 20 of the 36 units were required to be in a voucher program. So it's a HAP program, so housing assistance program. And basically it's like you got to, Section 8 is the most commonly known one. So housing subsidies they receive could be, people on fixed income or no income, and they get a check basically, or their housing paid for by the government. And they may pay for all of it. They may pay for some of it, and the tenant will have to pay the balance. But you have to keep a certain percentage of your building occupied by those people, and it has to be occupied a certain occupancy level. And I want to say it's like 90. Don't quote me on that, but I have a lot of info here, and I want to at least touch on it. So those of you that think this sounds like, I might want to check this out. There's a ton of info online. Just type in LIHTC, and you'll probably, get a treasure trove of info on it.
Did you see that low-income housing development where there was all pre-manufactured homes here in Omaha? It was in north side town, and they dropped. It's
split down the middle. There was a belt or something that was holding the halves together because it was a modular. And it's basically broke in half when they were trying to set it on the foundation.
And then they crushed the other part of the house or something like that.
It sucks. I'm laughing because this is something that would totally happen to me.
I was trying to see if that was one of Brian Basie's projects. I was like, is it?
I did too.
Yeah, that's why it made me look.
Yeah, because we're anyway, so we're working.
He wants to come on and talk about that. He says those are up in construction. They're actually up.
Yep.
Getting built.
So yeah, we've got a local investor realtor named Brian Basie who we've had on before. Some of our early episodes, I think.
Yeah,
he was on.
He had a really good following on that one.
Yeah, and so he's basically going to bring online affordable housing, and this is actually affordable, not just air quotes affordable. But he's got a cool project he's working on with that and bringing those out of the ground into infill lots in and around Omaha and Valley, Nebraska. But yeah, we should get him on because it's really fascinating what he's doing.
You know how small Omaha is? I ran into him at Lowe's. And then the next day I'm dropping the kids off in another part of town and I'm driving behind him and his guy's license plates that say it.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm taking a picture of him like, hey, dude, I'm behind you. And he's like, waving.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Like, why am I see you twice? I never see you.
But yeah, anyway, so that was today's long-winded Golden Nugget.
I think people need to know about that stuff.
Yeah, LIHTC. And here's the thing, one finer point on this. So people generally, I think, believe that Section 8 or subsidized housing programs in smaller towns even, they think that they're always going to be below market rents. So that's you're handcuffing yourself by offering those type of voucher programs for people to live there. But what actually ends up happening is sometimes they are really good rents, like even market, or they're close to or at market rates. So, keep an eye, and if you want to know what your local, kind of zip codes, what the going rates for 1-bed, 2-bed, 3-bed units are, go to HUD.gov, and they should probably, I think, direct you back to your local housing authority, and you'll be able to tell what the going rates are in your particular zip code or county. So that's another tip for that. Yeah, I think we can wrap on that. But yeah, LIHTC, check it out. It might be another tool for your tool belt here in investing.
Okay, I got a fun question for you.
Yep, fire away.
Somebody comes to you and says they're willing to buy all your equity and all your companies, all your properties.
Done. Where are they? Where do I sign?
For market value, what would you do?
What would I do?
Yeah, you can get out of everything. It's a full cash out.
Yep. I would probably take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
and all my businesses and all my properties.
Yeah.
I would take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I could turn my net worth into actual cash,
yeah,
man, that'd be pretty sweet. Now, the tax hit.
Yes.
Is that part of the conversation? Or
yeah,
are we just
is.
saying
no, it has to be.
Yeah. So I think I would. Oh man, that is really tough. Okay, this is on the fly. You did not prep me on this.
No, I know I didn't.
If somebody just said, look, I'm going to stroke you a check for all of it, market value,
yes.
Now your equity is now cash,
yep,
and now you got a looming tax bill, I think what I would do is I would try to figure out a way where I could 1031 a chunk of that, and I would put it into a DST, so a Delaware Statutory Trust. So it's basically the most hands-off you can possibly be in a real estate syndication. So it's more or less you're a limited partner, but I would invest in like commercial assets with triple net leases that have low cap rates, steady eddy, big national chains are the tenants, very low risk, kick off, some cash flow. That'd be what I would do. I would probably dump some money, sprinkle it into maybe the stock market, maybe some in crypto to mess around. And I would probably buy a pretty sweet pad, I think. And yeah, travel like a mofo. And yeah, honestly, right now, like I said, if you force me to do this, I would probably invest as a limited partner.
It's not a force. It's just an offer that was on the table.
But I would take it for sure. I would take some of that money and I would put it into a debt fund that kicks off like Liquid Lending Solutions, which I own with Colin, Chris, and Brandon.
Not anymore though.
We have a well, not right now I own it, but if I sold that, I would actually invest money back into that fund, because if I invested a big chunk like that, I could get a 10% return. Then it's truly mailbox money. I get an EFT every month on the 7th of the month, and I'm making 10%. I'm good.
Yeah.
I can live off that.
Yeah.
So I'm getting kind of excited thinking about this now.
Yeah.
Can you make this happen?
I mean, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you do? Magic wand, somebody came along, paid market value for all your stuff.
I would, so I'd for sure get rid of everything. And then I would reposition myself. I'm still young enough that I feel like I need to go on to the next thing. It wouldn't be enough to retire. Like your situation would be a retirement life situation.
Yeah.
And I think I would probably be looking for the next thing. Maybe it's getting into storage units or getting into something else. So I'd probably go into another asset class.
Okay. I'm going to put one caveat on this. Yes, you're right. It would be more or less kind of a retirement situation. However, what I really would like to do is more like philanthropic stuff. So I said, the capitalist side of me has said, Bitcoin and stock market and DSTs and all this stuff. But honestly, I would take a chunk of that and I would do something good with it. So whether it's something to do with affordable housing, or whether it's like school lunch programs that families can't afford and they're overdue on, or like just helping out. And I would do more volunteer work. And I'd probably do more of this. I'd do more podcasting, more content, more coaching for free. And then, yeah, that would be, I would really enjoy that. I think I feel better about myself when I do those kind of things.
Fills your bucket.
It does. Yeah. So I'd probably do a lot of that. Yeah.
You got really excited.
And I would golf a lot.
You would.
I would golf. I would try to golf almost every day if I could.
You'd have to get a house on the golf
Chasing
course.
scratch, man. That'd be what I would do.
Oh man, it's fun to think about.
It is. Yeah. Too bad it'll never happen.
The stress level would go away so fast.
I've had like really pain in the butt properties before that I've sold, and the void of not having to worry about it is super weird. It's like a sense of loss almost, even though the thing you're losing is a bad thing. Does that make sense?
Yes, yeah.
Like just the worry and everything you carry around, because like you carry baggage, it's like there's a professor and he said, what does this glass of water weigh? And like 16 ounces or whatever. And he's like, okay, how tired would you be if you had to hold this for a minute? And they're like, it's no big deal at all. And then what about 5 minutes? What about an hour? What if you had to hold this for 8 hours out to your side? And it would be really, really heavy. So I guess the point is you carry around so much accumulated stress from various things that you don't even realize, and it really weighs on you without you even knowing it.
What weighs on me so heavy is these damn Airbnbs. Because
Yeah.
now that I'm self-managing them,
Yeah.
like I don't feel like I can do anything without having to like constantly make sure I have an internet connection to be able to check all the messages that are coming through.
Yeah, you can never relax fully. You can't. Like you've said, you've had
Yeah.
people reach out to you in the middle of the night and being like, the air conditioner is only at 75 or whatever.
Yeah. And dude, I had another person like kind of screw up a unit this week. It's like,
yeah, you got to get out of those, man.
and it's my nice place too. I've never had one issue with it.
Really?
But like we put a ton of toys in there in the kids' room stuff. Their kids literally destroyed every single toy they touched. And then I don't know what it is, but it was almost like they took a bag of flour and put it all over the kids' room.
Was it cocaine?
No, in the kids' room.
Oh, you never know.
Yeah. But it's like every toy they touched, they had to tear it in half. All the
Jeez,
games
man.
torn in half, all the boxes that hold all the special toys, all broken.
You should make some content about this.
But
Your walkthroughs.
busted the blinds, like broke glass faces. If you break something, maybe you pick it up so your kids or anybody doesn't get cut.
Ted, you're just a greedy landlord. You just sit back and collect those checks. Why don't you get a real job?
Oh my gosh. It's just, but my point is, I don't feel like I can relax or go on a vacation right now because like who's going to be able to act?
Right.
I might have helpers on the side, but you never know when they're available.
Yeah. So now you're basically a slave to your own properties.
Yeah.
And it's just crappy feeling.
So I'm going to keep this one, but I'm kind of excited about the other one selling off and just doing something that's going to be a little bit less hands-on.
All right, so you heard it here, people. Ted and I are selling all of our stuff at market value, and we are riding off into the sunset with no Airbnbs.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Well, appreciate the conversation, guys. Hey, we want your feedback on what you guys think. We're going to, like I said, the next 4 to 5 weeks, you're going to hear each presenter that we had at the REIA Mastery Series. We think the content's going to be awesome for you guys. And then in the meantime, we're going to be working heavily on getting some heavy hitters in here. We're going to do a lot of recordings, going to get some good content in here. And if you know somebody would be good for the podcast, please reach out to us. We are on Facebook and we're on Instagram, and you can always directly reach out to Owen and I on both those platforms also.
Yeah.
And with that, Owen Dashner, we get us out of here.
On behalf of Aiden Bear, REIA Radio, and Ted Kaasch, I'm Owen Dashner, and you've been listening to the
Real Estate Rundown.
Signing off. And let's see, where was I going here? I've got, this is kind of a Golden Nugget.
It is a Golden Nugget.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me redo that. All right.
Radio edit.